GenC podcast. Welcome to the GenC podcast. I'm your co-host JP Jackson. To my far right is Mr. Rizaan.
That's your right, Mr.
And
That's your right.
all right, to your right.
All right.
Now, I just want to say once again, please keep messaging to the mailbag. We want to really incorporate this in one of our future episodes, so please keep them coming. And Rizaan, who do we have in the middle this week?
We have someone whose surname is just a minus for me.
But we have
Mr. Adnaan Hindley.
What's up, guys? What's
Welcome,
up?
Adnaan.
How's it?
So, word on the street.
Oh, yeah.
Adnaan walked in here today, and the first words were, "I've got beef with."
Oh, wait, man has a bone to
So he
pick
has a
with me.
bone to
So I
pick. So
wanna just
please,
get
go
my
ahead.
guard ready.
Yeah.
I don't have a bone to pick with you, my bro. It's more like an animal carcass. It's the whole thing. Okay, good. So, growing up in the north, right? Growing up in the north, I would assume that everyone knows about fish and chips. It's the bomb in the north,
Okay.
right? You don't really find Gatsby places in the north. However, you grew up in the north, I grew up in the north. So, I understand your logic of saying, your dollar, chabaro, like as you would say, what? Chabaro.
Chabaro.
So I understand your logic. However, your colored card, no, bruh. You can't actually go ahead and say you don't get a Gatsby and you prefer a chip roll. Like I say, I understand you. Agree with you? Money. No, not gonna happen. You can't go ahead and take a colored thing and just. It's like there was a brown TikTok a few months ago. And he makes like sandwiches from around the world.
Okay.
And I was like, let's make a Gatsby. And this man made a Gatsby, but he put on 5 chips, man. And I was like, and the people were coming for him. They were coming for him. They were like, but what does this brand know? This brand sitting somewhere in
Just
Europe.
tag Rizaan, the Chabaro.
This brand sitting somewhere in Europe, and he gave it his best.
Yeah.
Personally, I thought it was like a Gatsby from Constantia. But that's all right.
With some truffle oil or some executives.
From Molned.
Do they even have Gatsby's in
I
London?
don't know, but I'm assuming.
They have all the oil there, so who knows?
So that's point A.
Point A.
There's also a point B that Rizaan has
A transgression.
Transgression, yeah. Exhibit A, the court is in session.
You need to stop just saying what you want to, man, because you can't just say what you want to, because you need to realize that the things that you say, there's very dangerous people from those areas. And now you're coming for the people of Belhar, man.
Okay.
And you literally said, and I quote, the William mense from Belhar and Delft with a cruiser. Kijk je naar hem, man. You can't, my bro. You can't, my bro. I'm not. What you're saying is not false.
I was about to ask, did I lie though?
No.
Because I could have, listen, my whole thing is now, I could have violated a lot more. It's ook al festive with the mense with red and blind is coming.
Kasam, I told my muchi yesterday, what kind of our colored names on the red hair?
So if you put on the World Cup this year and see Brazil, you're going to see that Leonardo DiCaprio me. You're gonna see Richarlisson.
Yeah, no.
That love in Symphony. Don't at me.
Nah, but okay. I get what you were saying, but nah.
So there's a common theme on this podcast that apparently I am the one that throws Rizaan under the bus, right? So, the fact that Rizaan's face is like it's priceless. Anyway,
I'm curious.
So because of that, I'm so glad you came here with ammo, so that I no longer feel like I am the only one that throws Rizaan under the bus.
No.
There are other bus drivers in the Western Cape that are now willing to take you on the journey. But I think we got a bit too carried away there. Adnaan, who is Adnaan?
So, my name is Adnaan.
Yes.
Born and bred Belhar. Lived there for about 35, 36 years. So yeah, I've been there, bruh. And it's like people tell me, oh, you're from Belhar, and I'm like, and this is controversial, and I'm taking a step, and a little thing out of his pocket and out of his bag.
I can feel it.
When the mense ask me, you like from Belhar? And I'm like, yeah, I live there. I'm not from there. And then people attack me. And don't take this the wrong way. I love Belhar. I grew up in Belhar. Okay, everything you need is in Belhar. We have a mall there. People think it's an airport because it's the famous airport mall. We got whatever you need. There's a shop, right? There's a place where you can buy cash. There's a place where you can buy your car. And there's a Muslim butchery. So I'm sorted out. Other than that, there's not really much there. But this is all stigmatism about Belhar. Like Belhar is like this kind of place. Yeah, every place has.
Sorry,
this.
but how are you not from there though? What do you mean by that?
I'm a piggy man. As a light-skinned bra, living in Belhar.
Early in the day.
No, don't make it canon.
No, as a light-skinned bra living in Belhar, it's like I've always been quiet. Right?
Okay.
My parents are from the south. My mom and dad was from District 6.
Aye.
My dad, Raham, was from District 6.
Okay.
My mommy, District 6. My mommy grew up in the south in Bridgetown, right? So coming to Belhar, coming to an environment where, that was also seen as the Cape Flats. By that time, there was no real houses there, man. It was, they literally call it self-help because they gave you a plot. Of course, you pulled it. And we were one of the first people in the road. And we were one of the first people who moved in there. And it was just like, I was a quiet bro. My mother literally told me, there's a pole. You play in between that poles. And I lied to you, not up until the age of about 16, I wasn't allowed. Yeah. Because what's funny is, like, let's for example say this is our road. That part of the road or that part of the road is the quiet side. And that side to that side is a bit of the Makana side. So I was allowed to factor in, I can only go that side. And all my brassa was from that side. All the brassa from that side, now you don't mess, you don't play. If you did, it was a feud. People started fighting. I don't want so brak, I'm to the pattern, I'm trying to stay or something. But yeah, I digress. We shouldn't really talk about that because, violence in the workplace. But yeah. Yeah, man. I'm the quiet bra from Belhar. Didn't really talk much. I love there. I've been there. I love it there. Okay. But my whole life was spent either in the south with my friends in Lansdowne. Two very close friends that I have. Rizaan, Samit. And we've been friends for like 13, 14 years. Okay. I met them through my wife. And I'm always that side of the world. And if I'm not that side of the world, I'm from East Territory in Goodwood, where my in-laws are. And I'm always there. And so, yeah.
So Adnaan, the one thing that that like I've experienced in the past is this like divide between old Belhar and new Belhar. So like you use the road as a reference now. Like, is there this thing? What is old Belhar and what is new Belhar?
So old Belhar is where the richer people in Belhar are, basically.
So I say it louder, man.
the sturdier people in Belhar. So I went to school in Old Belhar. So I have experience from that. I went to a school, it was known back in the day as BEC. Belhar Education Center, now known as Ikra Academy. So I went to school there.
Sorry.
Rooimeer.
That's the taxi stop that you get off to go to Ikra Academy. It's called Rooimeer.
Oh, I don't you're getting your flat. Your
now you from there. So people that aren't from there will get off at Rooimeer to go to Ikra.
What were you doing
there? UWC. UWC,
it was a very quick response.
Like, he was like,
he like,
allow me, move on.
So yeah, Old Belhar is the quieter side.
Yes.
Less activity. It's not as dangerous as you would say Extension, and then the also relevant Toilet City, where they gave you a plot with a toilet, literally why they call it Toilet City, and then you get Extension, which is the place you do not want to go to. You don't walk there during the day, you don't walk there at night because there's no guarantee you're going to come out alive. Hence the stigmatism of Belhar, which is funny because I live across Delft, across Extension.
Yeah.
But my road is so quiet. There's nothing really happens there. And people are always surprised when they come to Belhar and realize that. And they say it feels like old Belhar. But yeah, that's the difference between the two.
Yeah. What does it look like? There's like wheels turning there in that side. Like it's like
okay. So
are you still following your cover up for Rooimeer?
No. I have a lot of love for Belhar. Like genuinely, a lot of my favorite people are from Belhar. Specifically, like they stay in Symphony way and stuff like that. So there's like 5 mosques or so in Belhar. So that's the nice thing, is that there is for people that are Muslim.
Islamic community.
There's a community there. There's something for us there. And also, I have a problem with labels.
What's this man is? You have people beating you now from Lagos and like nah.
I grand Belhar. That is weird. Like I grand Belhar. That's also like, it's a bit weird when you said you're not from Belhar. Like Belhar is decent. Belhar has most of the soccer team also there. Belhar Spurs. They have the rugby team there for.
We don't.
No, we don't talk about
But yeah,
it.
let's pivot away from that. But so you went to Ikra, and so what was your sort of like, what's the word, after formative? So what is your later experience like?
So after Ikra,
No, man, I'm laughing because Rizaan always gets himself in this situation where he wants to get this like big word in the
I know this, but he doesn't understand half of the word he's saying.
Anyways,
so where do I start? So I have been, I always like to tell people I loved the life where I've seen a lot of things, man.
Okay.
So after school, I went to Northland College for about 6 months.
which one?
Panorama. Oh, in this case, I would say Panorama because the classes, some of the classes were in Afrikaans, bruh. Now me, ik kan 'n bietjie suiwer praat. I'm right there because when I was in school, I worked in retail.
Okay.
And my manager was a white lady, Jackie. Jackie was Afrikaans. Jackie's sister was Afrikaans. My mom worked down the road from at American Swiss in N1, and I worked in Stearns. Right, so that time N1 was predominantly a white area, so a lot of means it was like Afrikaans people that came in. So you had to develop, you had to learn, and you had to speak the lingo. But yeah, I digress. So after that, I went to Northland College, and then I was like, you know what? Nah, this is not for me, because I was doing sports management science. Love sports. I played cricket. I was fortunate enough when I was 16 to make VP. But then ACL, MCL, meniscus tear my right knee. So, yeah. You know that meme that came up? I used to be quiet with my knee, man. Sinjay. I am the literal example of that.
Yo, my pinky is not even close to these.
JP.
This is you, man. This is you.
Just a pause quickly. JP's finger looks like normal now, and we just didn't talk about it.
No, I understand
back.
you. If anyone
back,
can
Pinky.
see this. Yeah. Same.
Yeah, so it's the same,
Yeah.
But it's kind of, so like I still can't be in the airport. Like, because it's a wire area. But the range has come back, which is great. But I still can't make a fist or something. So
okay, but I'll get to you.
yeah, let's talk about it.
So yeah, after Northlink, my brother was working in America at the time. I was like, bruh, I can't do this. Because this Northland College is like school. And I hated school growing up. Absolutely, when I say I hated it, I would make up the weirdest excuses not to go to school. And my tiny was that type, I don't give a fuck. You going to school. School is school and you are going. I pay a lot of school fees, blah, blah, blah. You must go. Okay, fine. I win. You know, that was that. But then I went to go work in America for about 2 years. So
How'd you end up there?
My brother was there. So it was this company that sends like students after school, and you get to go work there. You either do banqueting, catering, you work on the golf course and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was lucky enough that I went for 6 months, got an extension, then I got extension in Florida, went from Florida, went to Long Island, New York. So I lived in Florida for about a year, in a little place called Boca Raton. Now, Muslim brother living in Boca Raton. In Boca Raton, predominantly Jewish.
I'm assuming there's no mosques.
Yeah, no, after kicking man, that was. I think that was when was 9/11? Which year?
2001.
Yeah, that was after 9/11. I was a bit rough for me, no? and that's where my nickname of today comes. It's now everyone calls me AD. Because once they heard Adnaan and you explain to them that you this Muslim lady coming from South Africa to work in a predominantly Jewish province, if you were to call it that, was I got the evil eye?
Yeah. A few questions.
Yeah. So afterwards just became AD, and that was that. So Worked there.
But Americans love doing that, eh?
I don't think just Americans. I'm thinking about how we do that. We do that because we don't want to call the whole Abdullah. It becomes Abu and then AB and Dullah
and JP.
Wow. Mo. For Muhammad.
Yeah. Like I know a Pa Mo's, I know a Pa Dullahs.
AB. Abu Bakr is just Abu Bakr.
No, man, it's Bakr. Bakr. It's Bakr Abu Bakr.
So ID.
So you're
Adnaan.
Instead of Adnaan. Because a lot of mates got it wrong. It's like, it's not Adnaan. Then they would say Adnaan. And I was like, Adnaan Hitman Harris back in the day. I was like, it's not Adnaan. It's Adnaan.
What?
Adnaan Hitman Harris. Are you guys not old enough for that? Good up FM. Adnaan the Hitman Harris, you guys not know, you used to be a DJ.
Sure. Comment.
Okay.
Please give us the
You said
the
it too
script.
fast, man. But I don't know.
What did the speed have to do with it if you still don't know?
He's a bit slow on the uptake today, so it's alright.
He thought that the Wi-Fi connected.
He was buffering. The Wi-Fi wasn't working.
Adnaan the Hitman Harris.
Yeah, he used to be a DJ back in the day on Good Up FM.
Okay.
And yeah, that happened.
And then you moved to New York at the time.
So Kiki, you know that stuff that you see in New York?
But wait, you're like 19, 20 years old and you're navigating...
This was 2004.
America.
I was 18 years old when I was in Florida, 19 in New York.
Sure.
Which wasn't a big deal for me that I was underage because the means that they drink, but obviously being Muslim, we didn't divulge in that. However, the hot dog stands on the street. And remember, why are you looking at me? Say nothing. Because the slums is gonna come for you.
Yeah.
And then navigating that life, I was lucky in a sense. The first 6 months, my brother was there.
Okay.
So if I needed anything, if I needed to go somewhere, he had a car because he was on a 2-year visa.
Oh, okay.
So he could take me wherever I needed to be. But the rest of the time, I had to manage myself. And then I had a girlfriend there, Lilisha, which is ironic, South African girlfriend with a South African bride in America. Yeah. And then I laugh, and I actually told my wife the story the other day. It's like she was watching this, I don't know if it's Love Island or something like that. Where it's not Love Island. They meet people there and they get married there. And then everyone says, when you're going to go home, the whole thing is going to bomb up. And that's exactly what happened to me.
Oh.
Yeah. So shortly after that, came home, met my wife. A lovely wife of almost 14 years now.
Sure.
So I've been.
Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. It's been a time, no? It has its ups, it's had its downs.
Yeah.
There's times where I'm sure she wanted to throw me with a knife. There's times where I wanted to throw her with a knife. But
why is this butter knife appearing so much in your life?
It's a theme of Belhar. It's apparently a thing in Belhar. It's a thing. But she mustn't talk. She's from Millennial originally. Which I did not know. She only gave me this information.
Rizaan's face just exploded when you said Menenberg.
It wasn't that she said Menenberg. It's like, she mustn't speak. She's from Menenberg. That gave. Because people could have just heard Menenberg and be like, okay, Menenberg. Yeah. But now this man put the twang there.
Have you ever driven in Menenberg?
I know Menenberg, obviously.
When you're in Menenberg, the people don't give way for you in the road. You give way for the people. Which is fine. I won't speak about Menenberg. I'm scared of the people from Menenberg. But yeah, so I met my wife. At the time, I met her in Goodwood. So I thought she was from Goodwood. And she floused me, man. She's close to me.
Too close.
Word of the day.
Yeah.
It goes in the dictionary. She bamboozled me, man. Really. And she was like, no, grew up here, blah, blah. And then she threw, no, I'm originally from Menenberg. And I was too deep in the situation, man, at that time already. So, it was already the I love you and blah, blah, blah. But I actually have a funny story on that.
Go for it.
So me and her, that don't sound right, but okay. We were working in Vanguard. At the time, I was working at American Swiss. She was working at Salsi. Okay. And I would unpack the windows at night. Every night I would see this girl watching me and I'm watching her. And, I smile at her, she smiles at me. But, there was always this awkwardness, man. And I never really spoke to her. I spoke to her, but
Did you think the awkwardness was created because you both were like behind a window?
No.
like you didn't have anything
to break the tension. She have an angry face, man.
Oh.
She have anger. I'm sorry, baby. I love you.
This man's gonna have to go alarm.
She start drafting the email.
No, but she always tells me you need to learn sometimes less is more, man. But you see, I haven't learned.
Anyway, so all good, but you were friends with the bra.
Yeah. I was friends with the bra, and you know, I wangled my way into that
wingman energy.
Like, I didn't use him. I was legitimately his bra, but you know. He was there. He served his purpose, man. He was a tool. You know, he was the ladder to getting up, changing the light bulb, Mochi being the light bulb.
He served his purpose.
Man went and took my alley-oop, rejected it, and then scored a dunk on the
I carry from the side, bruh.
Please continue.
So yeah, I met her, and then I actually took a rose one day. I was being all romantic and shit. It was Valentine's Day. And her bra came in, and her bra was, oh, is that for me? And I was like, no. And I was like, this is for you. And she's like, why is it for me? And I was like, because you always look angry. And she was like, I just thought that'd make you smile. So she said, oh, now I'm angry. And me being me, I was like, can't be plump and angry at the same time. You need to choose a struggle. And she just looked at me, and I was like, bruh, the fuck did you just say? And I kind of thought I blew my chances. I'm sorry. I'm this man.
No, complete. No, leave him.
No, for the first time, he's quiet.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. Not for this whole environment, but for him. And from that, we started dating. And
wow.
Started dating in the Stellaches.
And you guys got
Yeah, but like her daddy, no? And what's weird is...
Slow down with this one. No. Because you have been driving without seatbelt in this conversation. So just like, think about what you were going to say about her daddy.
No. Like me. There's actually
to save you.
I'm here for the tea, but
when
these consequences.
When I first met the dad, I got the impression he didn't like me, which is understandable. Any bra coming to date his daughter, I would assume that. And I had that impression for years after, even when we were married. However, before I get to the last point, when I came there, now, you know, in the slums, the old slums tradition, you go ask, can I take your daughter, blah, 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 can I come see your daughter, whatever. And I'll never forget this day, and this guy was lambing like this. Like, you know that sherbet suckers for the Grenadella pop? He's just going at it, and I'm like, Salam, and he's like, he just looks at me, Salam. Couldn't care that I'm there. I'm non-existent to him. I'm basically Casper, right? And he's like, I asked him, can I see your daughter? Can I come visit her? Blah, blah, blah. You know, which for me, thinking I'm doing the respectable thing. And he's like, his exact words is, he looks at me, with your majesty. I say, yes. With your majesty. Yes. No, bring for Allah. Yes, bruh. And I was like, but I'm not getting married to your daughter right about now. I didn't say that. Because big bruh, you know, you need to respect. And I brought my father and my mother the Sunday. I thought it was like parang when we came there, bro. Because I was dead serious about this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I went to go fetch himself at work that day. That she was literally working, and he was surprisingly calm. And he said, "No, you can go fetch her, blah blah blah." And I fetched her. She came there, and he gave his blessing, right? So I could take his daughter. Me and her took a walk to the shop, and her words to me, it's like, "I'll understand if you want to break up." And I was like, you know what? I am knee deep in the situation at the moment. I love you. And she's like, yeah, I love you too. And we were like, we made it work. Got married. I have 2 beautiful kids. A boy of about 12 turning 13 soon, and a daughter who doesn't shut up. Basically who's turning 6. Who is 6, sorry. Yeah, she doesn't keep quiet.
No, can we put the seatbelt back on? So how does someone that goes through American Swiss retail end up being part of a call center?
So I worked for this call center for Delta Airlines, a call center called Mindpol.
I was going to say, you don't have to say the place's name because Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be some stories that come out here that you can't prevent, so rather just don't say the
Just cut that out, man. Just cut that out.
They don't cut it out.
Because I worked overseas and because I worked in America, Delta Airlines, which is an American company, it seemed like a good fit.
Yeah.
Pay was good. Full medical aid. Like,
hello.
full medical aid. Like, fed up.
Sure.
But when I say full medical, I mean you get anything. And if you know a scalama buy by the pharmacist, you get anything from your savings. But again, I digress.
Are we gonna touch that, JP?
So much to unpack there.
A scalama buy. Slur, slander, so much going there.
So my buy only had crackers neck, Oka flavor.
No, he's talking about the major that have
Pharmacy.
degrees.
But that's what I'm saying.
Maybe did you think a bra with a degree can't be scalum?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
What I'm saying is that
Being
you are
shady.
saying this.
Bro, come for me. Actually, don't come for me. You don't know where I live. It's fine. So got into Delta.
And sorry, Fed Health.
I fed up. You were duidelijk at the time. Quiet.
Yeah.
However, what happened to your account? I'm no longer customers, alright. We actually both started new jobs at the time. She started working for a company I don't think I can mention.
Cool.
Which she still works for.
What is the field of work?
She is an accountant for this company. And alhamdulillah, she's been doing very well. She's been there for years upon years. And me, I've just been, the call center, brah. I grew up in call centers, basically. I grew up, my 20s grew up in a call center life. My 30s grew up in a call center life. And being married at that young age of 23, working in a call center, working night shift because you need to cater for, the American population. I worked hours. I'm telling you, I started at like 10 at night. And we had a car, but my dad used the car for work. And I used to take the bus at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon to start, and I'd get to town.
So when people are coming home from work, you taking a bus to work.
So this is where that actual story is gonna come in, and the reason why I say I only saw my wife and my kid like 2 days a week, which was Hatsi at the time, being newly married, having a new kid, and I wasn't really part of his life, which was kind of cut. But I was there, but I wasn't there, like because I was working and I was overtime and it was this and it was that, and so I would go to work leave for work at 5 o'clock, take Golden Arrow, the bus for us, which that bus, that particular bus, because that was the last bus to town. That but I would sometimes drive past me to a point where I had to stand with a stone in my hand. If he drives past, throw the bus, and then he would stop. Reason for that, logically, because he takes it. It's his last trip of the night, so you wanna just rush through the whole motion. Plus, there's a lot of nurses on the bus. And so, but anyway, so I'd get to work at like 7. I don't see my wife because my wife gets out of work at 5:30. Basically miss her, get to work, wait 3 hours to start my shift. And then, wait 3 hours, work from 10 to like 7 in the morning. The bus is 5:07. So every day I was scallum and I logged off like 5 minutes earlier just to catch the bus. And in the mornings, this would be literally us. I would walk down the road, she would walk through the road to take the taxi, and I would come home from the bus. And that's what we would see each other for 5 days of the week. And that was rough. That was my life for about 3 years, working that particular shift.
Wow.
And
what kept you going?
The money at the time was good. That was really the only thing that was. And my kid was was diagnosed with something of a white blood cell deficiency when he was younger, but he grew out of it basically. So he was very sick, and the like I said, the medical aid fed off. Worked out, man. So it had its benefits. There was great flight. There was great perks for the job as well. And from there, I spent about 5 years there. 3 years of working crazy shifts, and then I became what you call a support agent. You get a bit of leeway, get a bit of scope. Funny story, actually. So one day I was working. So we were busy building the house. Building our house. So I bought my parents' house yonder years back. And then we built the property is big enough where we could build another house at the back. Built that house, and my life was hectic, but I'm telling you, I was dropping my dad in the morning at work, 6 o'clock. He worked at the airport at the time. Dropped him at work 6 o'clock. Then went from the airport, came home, dropped my sister at school. from my sister, go get the guys on the gebouw. From the gebouw, oversee the gebouw, help them build my house, which is understandable why stuff breaks sometimes because I was involved. And then basically from there, my dad used to finish at 12, get my dad, come home, drive to get my sister after that at school, come home, sleep for 3 hours. And then, but this is the time I was working a 5 o'clock till 2 in the morning shift. So I slept a paar hours before work, paar hours after work. And I was burning, man, literally every day.
Doesn't sound conducive.
Yeah, I was living on Lucozade, basically. That was, if you open my cashier at work, there was Lucozade. There was just Lucozade in my locker. Right? And I would go to work and my bra Umar at the time. I tell him, guy, I can't tonight. Because I was going for 2 days straight without sleep. I literally came to work with a thick jacket. Middle of summer. When I came to work with a thick jacket and he's like, okay. It's like, nah, it's cold in here. I'm going to go deep in the corner. And there was this little corner there where no one sat. Dark. Middle of, on the weekend, Saturday night. Me, full 8 hours, bro. I found the full 8 hours nap in that corner that night. Lights were off.
You need that, man.
Yeah.
Like in a difficult situation, that's how we survive. Just take concessions, because it's like otherwise
you're gonna just burn out.
Worse than that even.
Yeah.
But
just hearing this, like it makes me understand better that call center meme. Like having the score and the pop bites. Like
that was life
the life hack.
Yeah, what is the break it down for us, the call center menu, if you will.
So call center menu is a pakkie papos, preferably secret flavor, Mexican chili.
Indeed.
To go with the also awesome score, which I kind of just had before I got there. My wife is gonna scowl, but you know. It's Sunday. I only went to go sleep at 2 o'clock last night, so you know. Score is your call center diet. Pop is your call center diet. And if you're feeling thrifty, pack your knickknacks on the side. You know? And always knickknacks. Why is knickknacks $1.50? Yeah.
So like in an office job, there's always that one auntie that is like the tuck shop of the call of the floor.
Nah.
So does the call center have like a tuck shop, or is there like multiple suppliers of the goods?
There's vendors, bro. There's vendors. So
and anyone running a 2-for-1 or a 90 cent?
No, not a 2-for-1. I literally saw a Kern once buy a whole month's worth of groceries. She went out now with sakkies, walking. I helped her that day. To this day, I don't even know her name. And her words to me was like, ek hoef nou nie groceries te koop, ek het my hele man. Kyk, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. This was on her list. Meat. How you buy meat in a call center? Firstly, that meat's been out in the open all day. So the validity and the kosherness and the is it still allowed by the end of the day?
You would say it makes you strong, man.
Nah, bro.
No wonder you didn't see this lady again.
Nah. People would sell meat, sweets. You know that 50 rand buckets of sweets? You buy that.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah.
Your papa, your score. There was clothes. Clothes, bro.
Are we vital actually? No, because some must come there at God.
Bellville specials. Bellville specials in the call center. Nah. Call center, Bellville specials, it's next level. I wear size 11. I couldn't cater for Bellville specials.
Shoes, sorry.
Yeah. Because Bellville specials must all come from Thailand and Japan.
You go up to 8.
They only go to 8, 9, max. Max, bruh. So there was a car I bought. I'm not gonna lie, I did buy me a pair once. It was too small.
No one's judging you.
It was that Adidas with the black Adidas. That's right, man. That's right. You know that black Adidas with the gold at the bottom? There was a time where that was so mad.
What's it? There's the yellow thing in front. Oh, the gold one. The yellow.
No one could get because it wasn't sold here, but Bellville sold it. And Bellville came through.
It's giving you that God did energy.
So yeah, I then moved on from Delta, went to another call center. Don't know if I can say the name.
Yeah,
Delta.
What was the hours like there?
Ours was just as cut. Sorry, mommy.
No.
She's
that's
probably gonna watch the maaf, mommy. Now. To remind me that other bro was on you. Also said maaf, mommy. Now she's gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the hours was just as crap. There was night shift involved as well, minimal. Also, Story time. So I used to work until 11 o'clock at night, 10 or 11 at night, right? This was catering for the Germans, right? So European market now. I went from America to Europe. Well-traveled boytje from there.
Don't need to pass me the calls in
Which is true.
It's awkward, but
they give you
sad
stamps.
funny.
Nah, but working at this, and I can't mention it. I can't mention it.
No,
Can't mention it. But that airline would give you discounts, bro.
Okay.
I used to pay 10% of the fare anywhere in the world. If we flew there, it was kwai. And that was kwai. That was Moerse benefit. Problem was, I only went to Joburg. Okay, a man wasn't financially stable that time to fly so far.
But this is like giving me that, like, you spoke about the money and you speak about the benefits, but it's almost like the hours don't make it conducive to consume the benefits.
The money was good, man.
The what?
The money.
Okay.
The money was favorable at the time.
Okay.
And that time there wasn't a lot of local call centers, man. You worked for, those times BPOs weren't as big as what it is now. BPOs is a lot of UK-based companies that have call centers, and that time it wasn't big. That time you were exclusive call centers like America, Europe, and stuff like that, but not the UK. And the money was really good. So I said,
because ideally the UK is better because they like similar time zones, right?
Yeah, but the people are not.
Oh.
Yeah, that my brother worked for a UK-based call center, and there they complain like hectically, like, and they just want reimbursement, they want this and this and this.
We literally have a line in the call center that I work for now for refunds, and strictly, and not just one, it's like several departments. So yeah, there's that. So the money was good. The money helped, but the problem was with working at this call center is I worked till like 10, 11, and the bus to Belhar was at 10, 11, was at 12. So you imagine walking in the middle of Cape Town CBD at 12 o'clock at night to take a bus.
With a backpack.
To Belhar. And in this call center, you had to dress somewhat formal. Well, when I say formal, collar t-shirt and pants. Standard. You couldn't wear flip-flops. You couldn't wear that.
Even though they don't see you.
Yeah, they don't see you, but the ethic is you must dress to impress. What was that one saying? If you do good, you feel good. If you look good, something like that.
Yeah. Capitalism.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Yeah. So this one night I walked home and this bra's like, "Ik like your schoenen." Two random bruises on the side of the road. And me, I had a pocket knife. Okay. I came ready. Now the knife that I had like a little screw, that pocket knife with the bottle opener, the wine thing. My hand was in there, ready to move, bro. And the knife was there, and the other knife was there. So I walked with it in my jacket, ready for anything that happened. Alhamdulillah, nothing happened. But when this bra said, "I like your schooner," he made so. And that stuff in the movies where people show you the watches. There was a knife there, bro, and he was ready to stab, and he was ready to rob me. However, I was lucky enough, my bra came walking across the road, that I took the bus off. And he was like, he shouted, and then the two Owens left. But yeah, then that opened my eyes, man, that I can't keep doing this. And but one of the previous bras, and I'd like to mention it, his name was Wasfi, he was a team leader of mine. Right? This bra changed my life completely. I was heading nowhere slowly, basically, man. I was working, but I was, taking off every other day, being off sick. And he took me under his wing one day and he was like, "Take him, Adnaan. You are not doing well enough to maintain this job. You need to do changes in your life. You need to come to work. You need to be this and that." And he started like a coaching and development team. Until today, I thank him, and he's the reason why I think I grew within the call center, and I was able to, change my life around, do better. And he literally took me under his wing, and I'm friends with him till today. And if I see him on the road, I'd greet him and he'd greet me. Maybe with this, but I was such a genuine brand. It was the year of the World Cup, and he asked me, "Do you want to go watch a game in PE?" I'm like, "PE? The fuck we're gonna get to PE? Tomorrow's the game. How is this gonna happen?" Uruguay versus, I think it was South Korea, not the North one, not the dangerous one, South Korea. Like too far to come first.
No, it's fine.
So yeah.
Wasn't that the third and fourth playoff game, man?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it was Uruguay versus Germany.
No. It wasn't
No.
a playoff game. It was a
Oh,
quarter
it's a
stage.
normal game.
It was
Yeah.
a quarterfinal.
Oh, okay.
I think it was a quarterfinal. No, it wasn't. It was a group stage.
Okay.
And I live in Belhar, right? I drove out of town. I had a Nissan Sentra SGLI. I'll never forget it, right? This was the car I mentioned earlier that was only one car. I drove that car 7 minutes from town to Belhar. I don't know how I got it right, but when I got home, the car was not right. The crank was broken. And there were several other things wrong with it. However, I parked it. My brother drove all the way back from Strand. He actually started driving already. He drove back from Strand, Washfi, and he came to come fetch me. Him and my other brother, Imo. And they came to fetch us. That man drove the whole way from Belhar to PE. We got there. Plus, there's nothing to do in PE also. My bro.
So Rizaan, the relationship with PE is a bit wonky since he's just said that they can supply us the whole country with energy.
Listen. I don't have a problem with PE.
Oh, the wind energy. I saw that
I
numbers.
do not have a problem with PE. I have family in PE. There is stuff to do there. There's stuff to do there. We are spoiled because we are in Cape Town. We are spoiled. PE is fine. PE is fine.
The fact that you have to say it a few times to convince, reprogram the mind.
We must make fun of Belhar.
I can't say that name, man. I can't.
We must make fun.
But you know, we got there to PE and we went to go eat something. Went to KFC. I asked the people in the mall, literally, this is the heart of the World Cup. Where's the stadium? You know, that brother tells me, what stadium? I'm like, where the World Cup is happening? He looks at me, no? With Kasam. I'm not lying to you when this brother says,
You don't know.
What World Cup?
Yo.
I'm like, I drove all the way from Belhar now to this.
Yo.
To watch a World Cup.
But it doesn't even
He doesn't
know.
know. Hence PE.
To be fair, you from Belhar, where everyone has a DSTV there if you drive.
Sponsors deals with it. Sponsors deals.
How does... No.
Like, even you want to have satellites there.
You know how that works. You know the yellow ones if you drive on Vanguard Drive.
Okay.
Yeah? You know that's sponsored ones. So MTN and those people, they actually give you those advertising. It's the most yellow to use.
Okay.
So they actually get free advertising. So they get the dish and that.
But how
free.
do they use it?
No, they pay for it, but they get a subsidized amount. So you don't pay the full price, you pay picture for it.
Okay.
I know this because a family member has it.
Okay.
So yeah.
I don't see any of those colors in Kudut.
Yeah.
Just throwing his weight could do it.
No, say nothing. Say absolutely.
No, as local Owens from Belhar and Elsie's. Yeah. I used to travel to Elsie's every day when I worked in N1. Got off at Boston, by the brug. Dangerous, bruh. Dangerous place to be, no?
It's like...
Then you must walk over the bridge and then take an N1 city taxi. Nah, never again.
So, you want to say something?
Okay, listen, can we get back to the topic at hand?
Yeah. So...
Stop violating people's area.
So this bra was, he literally changed my life and changed the way I saw of how to work and, you know, being a better person and stuff like that. Literally molded me into some portion of the person I am today. A fraction of what I am today.
Yes.
And alhamdulillah, I went from that to a different call center. And this is where I started in what I do now. We came a long way. And I'm basically doing resource planning. So basically what resource planning is, we have a client. The client says, okay, there's 1,000 people. You take me and you tell me how many people I need on the day in order to factor in needs to work there. So I do that now. I'm living what I like to call the good life. I work the Monday to Friday, no weekends, no public holidays. You know, the color dream, which is true. The color dream, you know, Monday to Friday, no Saturdays. I
want you to explain. So,
please,
explain.
5 marks.
Explain the color dream.
What is the color
please.
dream?
The color dream is like...
Say it with your chest.
So it's, you know, working the Monday to Friday, working the 9 to 5, having not working public holidays, you know, not working when it's Foculus festive. You know, those times, you know, having that flexibility and the fluidity, you know, to be able to to do certain things on the weekends. We know when the other brassa can't, but the other brassa have to work and stuff. You know, you living your best life walking Canal Walk, which I necessarily don't grind about Monday to Fridays. Because that makes your weekend so busy, my bro. Like a general Saturday is like, I go to Goodwood, take my lighty to madrasa, go to my in-laws, go to my mommy, come home, take a nap, and then Saturday and Sunday I rest.
You shouldn't complain.
Why?
You can complain.
I can.
You shouldn't complain.
I shouldn't.
You shouldn't complain. Because I'm just thinking about how, like, because you've experienced the retail, the call center, that's where that is coming from, man. The color themed way. It's like, for some of us, we went straight into that because we followed the path of like study, university, you know, degree and stuff like that. So we're not vice.
Yeah,
we're not familiar. We don't know the inconvenience of having to work smith hours or work like 9 till 9 festive in Canal Walk or something like that.
Yeah.
We're not familiar. So you're obviously older now, so this does suit.
Yeah.
So that you can have, because that initial time when you said like, see, yo, but
I can't see my lighties.
I don't even have lighties, but I miss my lighting. I don't even have a wife, and I miss my wife just listening to that.
Nah, I'm a bit okay. And I've been offered, which is funny, is like I've been offered a job now at another place, but I'm in no ways in hell am I going to take it because it's for this company in Australia. It's to work night shift, and I was like, I am never, ever. You can offer me the world of money, and I will never do that to myself again.
But that's like you said, it's a priority shift.
Yes.
You now at a stage in your life where that time is more important to you.
Family
than
for
money.
me is.
But let's not be fooled that when that dollar, that money is flashing at you in your 20s, you get sucked into something that kept you for almost 10 years.
No, more, bro.
For 13 years.
Okay. Yeah, we're not
the shift was like 8 years. Yeah.
We're not trying to like, can I say, villainize the industry.
No.
Because when you're younger and you're not studying, making a lot of money is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it gives you an opportunity to make changes in your life, like cars, whatever the case may be.
Buy your golf.
Buy your what?
Buy your golf.
Buy your golf. You heard it here first.
Open a Markhams account.
No. Oh my days. You open a Markhams account, then Mr. Price phone you, then Truett's phone you.
Your name is out there, my bro.
Oh my bro.
Your name is out
in
there.
fact, if you open a smart shop or something like that, then all those people phone you and it's like,
but that's at least like, you know the root cause. Zone Fitness calls you for someone else, bruh. You were not even in the transaction, but you were getting called.
Did you see that meme? Zone Fitness is the Jehovah's Witness of. I'm sorry.
Because to be fair, no, I don't think any other gym moves like Zone Fitness. Can we actually, can we get a Zone Fitness guest here on episode 1 day? Is this someone who's like, just explain like how you survived the cult?
Check here, man. I was walking in Panorama, aka Sanlam Center the other day. Right? Went to go fetch my mochi. And there's brother from nowhere. No, you don't approach me because he takes the fact that I'm already duck. I'm too far gone. So he approaches my lighty. I'm like, brah, you don't talk to my lighty. Nah, I just want to ask you. I was like, I can't say the words that I want to say. I can't say, but I don't want to say. Yeah. And he looked at me. He's like, you don't need to be rude. I said, my bro, did me and you fight now? You're in the middle of this war. But yeah, Zone Fitness. That means it's a different culture. They're a different culture.
But sorry, Rizaan, you were saying the upgrading of the life, the buying of things. That's that train of thought.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so it's like because my intention with this conversation was to attack capitalism. But after hearing you, I do understand like the utility or the usefulness to a certain demographic.
Yeah.
The access that you get, because shame. Some people are in that space and they're studying as well because they can't afford their studies. They can't afford this and that. And having it sort of after hours doesn't clash with their study time, which is just so unique to know, because obviously you being a married person, that's a whole other kettle of fish.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the studies, and if you think about it, this actually working for foreign companies works in your favor because you can still go study, right? You go to UWC, you do what you need to, and then you go to work after.
Yeah.
But that just means you're more in your mood, basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So call centers has its benefits, and you know what, Sam, you mentioned something now about people trying to better themselves. And if you look in the call center vibes, and now like from a race perspective, you don't see much white people in call centers.
Okay.
You see like the upper echelon of them are the white people, and your head of ops, your directors, your this, your that, because that means all went to go study. Whereas our Mensa are, the reason why they're working is to have a better life, to support the Tanyas, to support the daddy who doesn't earn enough money, to help out the sister who recently got married. This brother had a mutro and now, so he must get a job.
It trickles down.
There's lots of factors, man. Yeah. And it's unfortunate in our community, in the colored community in particular, that, we come from hardship. And we come from a place where our parents weren't taught to save money and all this and all that. And that's coming to us now where we're trying to help them out.
I want to ask, because we're going to go to B block soon. I want to ask, if you could literally design your own call center, what would be the ideal? Like say now that's a good segment actually. Say now we were the directors, we were the management or whatever the case may be. How can we create the best conditions for call center work? Because obviously there is a reason for it to be there, but how do we just make that to protect the people that's there, but also because it's a necessary job, man. It's a necessary job. But what like improvements do you think it can have? What structures to put in place? So to put you on the spot there.
No. It's a fair question, and I have a couple of answers for you actually.
Let's go.
So being that I worked in a couple of call centers, right?
Yes.
A lot of people are there for benefits.
Okay.
Right. So this one call center I work in, it seems like something so small.
Yeah.
But they would have a pastry Monday. Monday you didn't need to bring diet to work. Monday the company would cater for you.
That's nice.
They had everything that you could want under the sun. They would give you. When you worked a lot of overtime, they would give you meals. They would give you drinks. They would give you energy. And it wasn't like cuck meals, man.
Okay.
It was decent meals, KFC meals, Debonnaise, stuff that sustain you, keep you going. So I would think like working in all these different call centers, and what people really want in the call center, they don't just want to be a number, man. People want to be seen. People want to, be recognized for their worth. People want to be incentivized. And yes, a lot of companies say, why must I pay you for coming to work? But you get that bra who doesn't necessarily deserve the thing that they got, because within call centers there's a lot of favoritism. And I've seen that happen being in a call center. Now me, I was a quiet bro all my life. I don't know what happened. But ultimately the end goal of what I wanted to say about the call center is look after your men, man. Make sure they work decent shifts. Make sure you remunerate them properly, like monetary value. Make sure you give them decent medical aid. Make sure you are catering. Think about the people that you're hiring, especially in the Western Cape, in Cape Town. We are not just a number, man. Look after your Mensa, basically. If you look after your Mensa, brah. And I was reading this thing last night where it said, funny I read that actually, and you asked that question. This brah was working at this company for 6 years. And he recently had a heart problem. And then this one day he came late and he was always working and his boss cut him out basically. For 6 years, he took work home. He was the hardest worker. But that day that his boss cut him out, his boss didn't know he had a heart problem.
Oh no.
Right? And now all of a sudden, his mindset changed for that company because, okay, man, I've been giving my all to you and you're not seeing me.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people want in life, especially in call centers. They just want some recognition.
Okay.
They want to be, seen as a good individual. You're not just a number, man. So yeah, that's.
But your corporate culture.
Corporate culture, yeah. It's so important. And I think it's also important to kind of understand secondary consequences of decisions. So, like you said, the money is good, but for the money, you're giving up this. And there's also times where you don't earn as much, but you have a flexibility, or there's this other element attached to it. But whatever decision is made, A, needs to be beneficial to you, and 2, always remember the second consequence of the decision, not just the one thing. Because a lot of people like move jobs because the pay is better at the job. But then sometimes you find out that the description doesn't match what you're actually doing. So now you're working longer in the new job versus what you did before. But because you're getting paid more, you kind of just suck it up. But it's different whether if you wanted that.
Yeah.
If you knew, I'm moving here because if I stay in this role for X amount of years, work this hard, I can get to another place. But then it's fine to know that you're not going to be able to spend that Sunday or that Saturday morning doing what you want because you are striving for this thing. And I think that's so important.
This man coming through with the wisdom.
Nah, I can't. I'm here for it. Nah, because it's like I was gonna say because we speak a lot about like monetary and financial incentives. Some of us, we have ideas, man, and you find yourself in this space and you can actually learn, grow, build a network. Those you said secondary consequences, maybe secondary benefits. So where you have a team that you actually like, and so it becomes a case of like, you're not everyone has to be your friend, not everyone has to be your family, but at least be lekker. Be lekker. Okay, so are you ready for our game in the bowl?
Yeah.
Okay, so
for the viewers that don't know, Adnaan, do you mind explaining what the game is about?
Same now.
Hey.
Same now. So it's a game that we they got to this little bowl over here, which he kind of made up. So basically, we're gonna read out the cards and do the same in our own. I don't do the same in our, but ask the questions and get examples of the same in our. For example,
nice.
JP, you must kick us off. You have the best. You have the best same in our energy. For
Oh
us.
my goodness! And the previous times I've been saying producers have been putting seminars in the bowl, and this time they actually
and he came with a whole list. No, he was very happy with himself. He was like, hey.
Shook me, shook Rizaan as well. But anyway, let's dive into the first one. Sayma now, you could only have one facial expression for the rest of your life. What would it be?
You're just an emoji, man. Strictly.
My one would be that one. Can I go? Sorry.
Yes,
I just jumped in there like for part to the max. You know that one with the brass on the side? You just lump it. Everyone who's gonna approach is like, hey, bro, the fucking is go down low with him. Sinja.
But how do you I'm just thinking how do you make coffee like
you
this?
Just lang so. Automatically after a while you're gonna be able
to. One of the droopy.
No, the smile. With the big eyes that look like your Rakkepak. That one.
Rakkepak. To be under the influence. To the nth degree.
Yeah, so that would be my one.
Oh my goodness,
nice.
That's it.
The sideways smiling.
Oh my word.
So mine would probably be like that smile with the no eyes because my face is permy like that. Just like scrunched one.
So you're Chinese in other way.
You have too many.
No,
So-
I think you will struggle to choose one.
I will struggle.
Like you can't just have one.
So I have an infamous side eye.
The Ethiopian runner.
What? Man.
Nah. His legs have caught up now, bruh. Give him the opportunity. Man is flexing. He's wearing shorts. He's doing all good.
Did you put on lotion?
Back to back episodes. The lotion distribution has been questioned. What is
I told you I'm coming for you, man.
So, okay, to answer the question, I do have like a vicious side eye. I roll my eyes a lot. So that too, the roll eyes emoji on perpetuity. But I am always like, geskok.
The Rakkepak look back.
Wild. That's funny. That morphed into which emoji would your face be. So yeah, like which expression if I'm always, I think I think, okay, I'll do just the idol. Because, like, people always think I'm sarcastic, so I'm going to do the idol. That's my face. I'm going to go.
That's a good.
Hopefully this is another one from the producers. Say me now, you were a transformer. What car would you turn into?
That's a good one.
Yo, if it was my brother, it would be a Honda Civic 16 valve.
He's from the south, man. Honda Civics are from the south, man.
It's a Southie from Crawford.
That one, but I was on the Civic. I know what I was on the Civic, but I'm Crawford. This man, Lavis.
So, any of the pop.
We see you.
I feel like you need to just move to PE.
Why? Whoa, no. I know. Do you guys reject me? Is that it? Because the fact that I can speak on it, because I see you, man. You must feel seen by me that sees you.
You do know Honda Civic boys are known as fuckboys, right?
That's beside the point. Allow it. Because all girls need love too. That I guess, I don't know. Lol. I don't know. Just move on. Cut that out. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I would be a high-ace taxi.
See, yeah.
Nice. So that's a quantum, man. The whole taxi. The one at the actual laptop scenes, eh? And so, do you know the seat behind the driver? That's called the intercontinence.
For 10 marks, explain what is a laptop.
So the laptop is that little pouchy that's in between seats. That's the laptop seat. So I would be a high-ace taxi. That's my transformation.
That's a good one, man.
That was actually I just have with a Benz. South African Transformers. That's
Makes sense. Okay, so it's my turn now.
Please, yeah.
I'm trying to think of a comical one to match.
Oh,
I don't really have one.
Good. Not gonna lie, you giving off Hilux Bucky energy. My daddy's tougher.
What? Can I come with you?
Oh wait, you giving that energy. You look like you played lock.
Which is weird. I did play rugby. I played for a lot of people don't know this. I played for Silvertree. Silvertree rugby back in the day. Okay. But then, we walked to the field and then there was a dead person's head laying there. And then
whoa.
My daddy was like, bruh, no, you can't play the rugby anymore. No, it's a true story. That is a legitimate true story.
Nah, I know, but I think you've experienced it, man. So
sorry.
So when you say it, it's it's not just a story.
That's for the GenC Plus members, man.
It was a bit rough.
Other genre. So okay, but how are you feeling about the being a bucky?
No, I'm not a bucky. So the current car I drive now is the policeman's car, the Toyota Corolla 1.8, but the long one. So I drive an old man's car, policeman's car.
VIP.
Yeah, I wouldn't say VIP.
So you transform into
no, not even that car. Because don't get me wrong, I don't really like the car. It's very reliable. It's Toyota.
No, we love the car. The car gets from A to B.
It
That's
doesn't
all
break.
It says. That's all we say. Nothing.
Yeah, so it would be a Nissan GTR.
Okay.
I have loved that car. And for me, I just thought about that. That was the first thing that came to mind. It's like that car automatically looks like a robot. Plus it has launch control, man. Which is like one of the fastest. I'm not a car man, but I know that about that car.
Okay.
So yeah, a Nissan GTR. I grand that car. One day when I'm big,
car.
I will.
Which was the game that wasn't possible?
Need for Speed.
Need for Speed.
Yes, bro. Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Everyone. I mean,
the M3 on Most Wanted.
The M3 Most Wanted was around though. But I had a GTR and my GTR beat the M3. So.
Nice. No, I didn't.
It's the Corvette. I'm thinking of what is the main.
No, you're thinking Gran Turismo.
No, Bumblebee's one.
No, sorry. The main policeman in Most Wanted, man. Cross. What did he drive?
Wasn't it a Lamborghini?
No, I think it was a Corvette. Yeah. Do you mind?
Same man.
I didn't want to turn into one. This is my brother's answer, but it's alright. I'll let it be.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I was thinking maybe like a Fiat or something. Like,
bro, guys,
no. Because when you transform, hear me out. hear me out. When you transform from a Fiat, it really looks like a transformation. Like
How big a
like
transformer is gonna be like this
from a mustard seed to a transformer. Like that's why I feel like a Fiat is the way to go.
Nah, I see it. I see it.
And the name is like you know. That's just what.
Jeff is having fun with these.
Please, Adnaan, go ahead.
Okay. Simon, now you had a choice.
And you choose.
No, that's not how you spell choose. Simon, now you had a choice. A natural disaster to experience, what would it be? Oh, this person didn't go to English class, maybe. No.
Do you know, no, you didn't have to violate. You didn't have to violate, but he just...
No one saw the spelling.
Violence,
no. This was you, right? This was
That's
you.
racist, Trevor. That's racist. I know I'm bad at English, but that is not me, sir. No. My questions don't start with say my now.
You took a
it was just.
Yes. So the question was, if you could choose to be in a natural disaster,
if you could choose a natural disaster, which one would you?
Oh, which one would you be?
No, which one would you experience?
Oh,
because as South Africans,
because I'm already a natural disaster.
Where's the lie?
Where's the lie? Anxiety.
So.
Is it you? Is it me? Is it?
It's all of us.
Adnaan, you can take over, man.
So,
you can take over.
Okay. Now, I was actually in a natural disaster when I was in Florida.
Oh.
So
you coming with experience.
I was, what was it? Hurricane Wilma back in the day.
Okay.
But
yes.
I was...
why is it sounding like colored on this?
So that's Hurricane Wilma.
The
famous one is Hurricane Katrina.
It was Katrina.
So
sorry.
that's the famous one. That was in... Okay.
It was yonder years.
But now we're getting to...
2004.
Because the one, I know the place that was devastated the most was New Orleans. Yes.
But Florida, where I was, got the backlash of it.
Because that's
me being a caliber from LA, not ever experiencing a hurricane, I was on my balcony, bro. I lied to you not. I was much thinner than what I was right now.
And you taking pictures?
I was there, but I was there. I was
a bitchy.
And I lied to you not when I say that hurricane almost blew me off my balcony.
Yeah, I
can imagine.
I was so like lightning bolts going down. You know in the movies when the cat going and you just see sparks.
The Cape of Storms give you false confidence.
Our stuff has nothing on them. I was standing there. It literally blew tiles off roofs. Okay, and that was, if you think of it, that was even not even the worst part. That was like the after effects. Yeah. But yeah, a hurricane.
Hurricane. Yo.
That's actually a Smith question because I don't smell to impede any of this stuff. but because obviously, okay, listen, let's not, sorry, just disclaimer, we obviously do this to have fun, no? So, but just shift the tone.
He's going after someone again.
Nah, shift the tone. I think a tsunami will be just...
That's devastation.
I know all of it is devastation.
But that's like devastation to the next level.
Because volcano, the mense, whole said we got extinct volcano.
Yeah, but
I'm thinking a tsunami, man. Because then I can transform into my high ice and I can surf. Turn into a submarine.
I watched the episode once, like Top Gear back in the day when it was still, what's that, bruh?
Jeremy
them. When they turned a van into
a submarine.
Into a submarine.
They surf that movement, bro. Go off to the One Piece.
Everyone's there, you just laminate out playing 50 cents coming in the club.
I'm just like picturing this man riding a wave in the bus on the side. I was just too good. I think I would also want like a water one, like a tsunami.
The hurricane one is the most survivable, I think. I mean, none of it is survivable. But feels.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have our own versions, like no electricity. These are natural disasters. We just so accustomed to.
And drought is so sad, maybe. It's just because it's not just you. It's like Like, yeah. Like, all of it is sweet, bro. But I think that tsunami is like the fun
But
one.
you see, like,
Fun!
No, sorry.
and like, and I was like picturing people taking out like that the blow up boats and putting the cannons.
Did you see that? In the levers, we probably were doing that.
The bullshits there, the macaroni. Get all the cans ready.
And then there's gonna be a floater that has the speaker for everyone.
That packet, the non-perishable with the toothpaste and the soap and stuff like that. Oh, gift of the givers.
You know, you were saying something about ISCOM now. So, no, I'm not attacking them.
No, you must attack.
No, I am not.
You must attack.
Actually, I have no reason to attack.
Oh, okay.
So
now he's gonna say something.
No. Nicely. Coming in nicely towards the end of all of it. In Belhar, where I live. Right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna mention the area.
I know what it's about.
I don't really get load shedding.
Oh, okay.
I get load shedding maybe in the peak of load shedding twice a day.
Sure.
In the peak of it. I haven't gotten load shedding for about 2-3 weeks now. So like on the lower levels that we are, we don't.
Get like
And what the fact that I work from home, it's more.
Okay.
We don't get it. It's bothered.
For those of you that are wondering why they don't, it's not that like it's a city of Cape Town great. Nice because the means to steal stuff during load shedding. So it's better to leave the power on.
I'm coming from Belhar. Now, in the road that I live, there is a
You could have used any of the other valid excuses. It's near a hospital. It's near something that needs that you were like, nah, steal.
So the drainage system there by us.
The drainage system.
Has in the road that I live, the very last house, is a pumping system.
Hello.
So if that goes out,
Okay.
no one's popo going nowhere.
Valid. Okay, I take it back.
You see,
I'm sorry.
there
I'm sorry,
are
Belhar.
valid reasons for
I'm
that.
sorry, Belhar. I was
Storm
very
drains,
presumptuous.
Yeah.
Storm drains is what
Stop
they call it.
stealing stuff though, and then I won't base you. Can we? Yeah, just do one.
Okay, and I do one more. Okay. This looks like words that's spelled correctly, so we good. Say now, language didn't exist. How would you like to communicate?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have a bra, Rushdie.
Shout out to Rushdie.
Shout out to Rushdie.
One of my best friends. I don't see him enough, but you know who you are. When me and him, I don't know if you guys watch Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Amy has her own language, created her own language.
Oh, I didn't.
Like, whatever. So me and him, if we want to say something, and I am sorry to all the people I'm about to offend, I do not mean this. I mean this in the nicest possible way. Do not come for me. And we would sit, and I would say, "Are you okay?"
I see. I see why that could be offensive.
I see it.
You know what I mean?
So hand signs would be the
Yeah.
But which is weird. Only we would understand one another. And again, I apologize. I don't mean it in a way.
Yeah.
But
that's how you.
Internally inside.
Yeah.
it was a
Rushdie seeing this and laughing.
Yeah.
That was just for Rushdie.
Yeah.
The rest of you don't listen. The rest of you come back now. Come back now.
Take a break.
Away. Yo, hectic.
I'm thinking like Stomp the Yard vibes.
Yes, please.
You just see Mother talking like this.
Yes, man. That's it. What? Mew. Camera.
What you got?
Titus. Love it. Excellent. Damn it.
There was a video on that. Who called now not too long ago.
So I will, for all the men that like use vape, I will send like cloud signals. Make different shapes.
That's the funniest thing. If you're driving in the car and you just see a wall coming out of the car in front of you.
That is Mayday. Yo, wild.
That's wrong,
Wow.
You and obviously if you're in danger, you send a color smoker, black, or a gender reveal.
Oh, wait.
What? Okay.
That was a mad one.
Wild.
Ended up on a high note.
Yeah.
Ended up on a high. And there is one more, but like for because I don't have OCD.
Oh.
I can just ignore it. Oh, do you need us to do this one?
Maybe.
Okay, this one more we have to do it for the just to take us home. Okay, say man now, you could bring a board game to life, Harry Potter style. Which one would it be? Because in Harry Potter they must brought like chess to life. Your snakes and ladders, no. No.
That's a good question.
No. Life is already like Luda. I like to separate this into colors. Oof. That's deep.
That's me. That's under the table.
Monopoly is also real life. Oof.
You know what actually will be cool? Like 30 seconds, because the faces are almost all the dead people. So when you like land on the spot, then like Mandela will appear and you like having conversations and like, what's up?
Oh wait, like a Trivial Pursuit in real life.
That was my one, my bro.
Sorry.
Man.
Explain
That's
why.
Yeah.
Trivial Pursuit.
Okay.
But not Trivial Pursuit. Okay, that was my one. As a lighty, we had this, no? I sucked at that game.
Everyone sucked at Trivial Pursuit.
For me, it's like, how smart do you need to be? That game made me feel stupid.
Everyone sucked at Trivial Pursuit.
But you know what was weird? Afterwards, I started getting to know all the answers.
Okay.
And then that led into another thing on high school. And then I came to the quiz team.
Oh.
And I was like, because of Trivial Pursuit. And that, I was never smart.
So shukran to your whole family.
Yeah.
Shukran, mommy. Yeah, Trivial Pursuit.
Yo.
You know, improves them.
Mental capability.
Yeah.
As my business teacher would say, the akkel.
Hey, my daddy says the akkel.
Akkel.
My daddy says you must use your akkel.
Old school. No, that's throwing it back.
Yo.
I've been giving answers.
Oh, okay.
Like I know, like and so I'm like I don't want to steal people. Oh, do you not have one?
Nah, I gave you the 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
It's fine, Rizaan. You can. I thought maybe
even Lal like attack me. You idiot! Pay attention.
As my granny would say, half of the creep and know your stuff.
As someone with a Queen's tree, I felt that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, shoot, lol. Okay, yeah. Because I gave too many, man.
I'm not saying.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I gave a lot. So you had my answer. It was not snakes and ladders. It was, what did I say?
You look like he's a scramble, bro.
Your Rizaan's malfunctioning.
The day's too long for me. It's past my nap time. So we like to sort of end off with giving you a chance to, tell us, where people can find you if you are on the social media. But mostly, if you could give your younger self a message, something that you learned and know now, what would that message to your younger self be? To young AD.
Young AD. So, follow your dreams. Don't let anyone put you down. Don't let anyone tell you can't, because you can. I mean, I did a complete 180 from being a bra who wasn't able, had low self-esteem, didn't think he could, stayed out to work all the time, was there for the fun time. Follow your dream. Go study. Make something of yourself. If you don't want to go study, start your own business. Take that leap of faith. You are never going to know until you try.
Yes.
You will never... Poetry, man.
You're supposed to continue. We are powering you.
You will never know. You have nothing to lose. If you never had it before, you can't not have it again. You can only go forward in life. So yeah, that is mine. Follow your dream, chase your dream. Do it.
That's perfect ending.
Excellent.
Take us home, JP.
Are you now back? Have you now?
I've arrived.
Okay.
Stop malfunctioning.
and I'll just say it again from us and for our audience. Thank you so much for sharing it with us and giving us insight and making us see behind the veil, what people that are actually doing it are experiencing. And for that, we are very grateful. If you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, and tell your mommy about us. And do all the socials. And we'll catch you in the next one. And we out. Peace.